of Dawn. I'm Dawn Lombardi, the hostess for tonight. And we've got Rich on cameras for directing. Thanks so much, Rich. And we have Coachy, Jason DeCarolis, again, from Bristol. I always forget, Bristol Central he went to, right?
Yes.
But do you coach, he does tons for sports, as we all know. Do you do all Bristol Central and Bristol Eastern?
For the spring, yes. For track, I do both.
You do?
I'm a judge for long and triple jump.
And you're super good at the timer.
I don't need timers. I just watch people's feet to make sure if it's a foul or a good jump.
In pretty much to the T, pretty good?
Yup.
Do they ever have to rewind the cameras to see?
No rewinding.
See what I mean?
I make the final decision.
That's
if I need
so
if I need to have help with if I need help with the measure to tell me if they were over the line, I'll ask for backup.
Really? That's so great. I just how did you get into the sports? We know you weren't much of a player of sports, but how did you get into like doing all this
Just
stuff?
watching what's going on, how it's going, and then after that, I get coaches asking, "Can I do this? See how you can do it." I'm like, "Yup."
Well,
give it a shot and look what happened.
Well, and the other thing is like you're not working for assisted with lousy teams. I mean, they had really good sports.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice
and
too.
Not only that,
competitive.
And with all the teams that come through, when you see teams that you don't normally see, it has a good feel to see how they're doing and everything.
It's a lot of fun,
so,
yeah, to see how
the
everybody's
competitiveness can be very good.
And who's the guy that what do they call it? The rival of Bristol Central, the Eastern.
Bristol Eastern is sometimes maybe St. Paul too.
St. Paul, okay.
But
what
we
about
don't play
Catholic? Catholic in Hartford. What's it called?
Hartford Public.
It's a private school. I forgot what it's called.
It's either Hartford Public. It can be Sports Science, Buckley, or Weaver, but you don't hear Weavers much anymore.
No, and that's Hartford, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today, we're going to chat about hockey and all sorts of stuff, but we are going to, I said to Coachy, who do you think has a good chance to win the cup? And so who did you say?
I gave two teams. I said the Colorado Avalanche because every year, it seems like the last 3 years that they know what they're going to do, but now unfortunately since they lost to Las Vegas in the second round, they let their goaltender go to the Seattle Kraken. Philip Grubauer.
And that's all money, right? All money stuff?
Part of it was money, but they couldn't afford to re-sign him because they had other players to do, so they picked up Darcy Kemper from the Arizona Coyotes and named him the #1 starting goaltender for the time being.
And do they trade just like other sports tons? Like are hockey known to trade more than like basketball would?
They can trade big if they want to, but Islanders.
Oh, Islanders, sorry. What is Rangers? Are they baseball?
Rangers are hockey too.
Hockey? Oh, what are they?
There's 2 New York teams in hockey.
Oh, okay. So, what were you saying?
So what happened was...
so we're going to paint the logos while we're chatting.
The Colorado Avalanche couldn't afford to spend the money to pick up everybody because there's a salary cap which was flat. And then if you have an NHL trade, that can come down. You can have big trades that come down as long, in the salary cap budget. It's not like back then when Wayne Gretzky was traded to the Los Angeles Kings for a boatload of draft picks.
Tons of money.
Players.
Do they make a ton of money, like just like a basketball? Not like a basketball, but
they can.
If they're like #1 star guy.
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That was probably one of the biggest trades that ever happened in hockey when Gretzky was dealt from the Edmonton Oilers to the Los Angeles Kings.
So that was a big loss, and the fans hated him when he left.
There was pretty bad hate about it.
Wow.
Edmonton, they were not happy with the owner at all. That they let him go. And
then what happens when those teams play each other? Do they get in fights?
The first time that he played Edmonton, the crowd was there was no booing with him.
Nothing? Okay, because he's so good. He's a legend.
So good, yeah. When he broke the record,
that's so
when he broke the point record in the team he used to play for, he did it in Edmonton when he scored a goal. The fans erupted in Edmonton. They were very happy for him, and then of course they weren't too happy that he scored the overtime winning goal.
Oh, that's what happened. That's so funny. I can't believe it.
But he had some moments. He also broke the goal scoring record when he got the pass from Marty McSorley, who beat, and believe it or not, I remember this. It was a home game against the Vancouver Canucks, and he beat Kirk McLean.
And he's fantastic. He's like a legend too.
He's
right?
a legend. Yeah, he was a legend.
God.
He just about he still owns about every single category.
God, I can't even believe it.
Most of the time. There's only one person who can try and get him for goals, Alex Ovechkin, but he has over 600. But he's got a long way to go, and he signed like another 5-year contract.
Jeez, I can't believe it. So we're going to start painting, and you know what we'll do? It's Coachy's birthday. I'm not going to ask him how old he is, but he looks really young. I'm 50.
I do look young.
Yeah, he looks young. You're not losing hair. He's good. He's all set.
No, I've lost some hair.
You never know.
Because I used to dye it blonde. So.
Oh, yeah. You never know. So, I'm 50. I don't care. I tell people I'm 60 because then it actually makes me look better. So it's kind of a good thing. But we're just going to paint these logos and keep talking. Remember, when you are volunteering, it has a huge impact about how you the community looks at you. I mean, he's huge. He's been on the front page of papers. I mean, almost in the sports section
I've been in
all
a
the
magazine
time.
before doing the Shamrock Road Race.
I can't even believe it.
I was a chairman one
Oh yeah,
year,
you
too.
just ran the Shamrock Road Race. Now, where was that race?
It was held at Rockwood Park and Muzzy Field. Because they moved it because it was normally at Chippens Hill, but because it's professional development week, they didn't really want the place to be destroyed.
Got it, okay.
You know, but I had a goal. I said, you know, I had to train as much as I could. There were times I wasn't able to do it all because unfortunately we had, because when my father told me I had to start wearing the mask in the gym again, I knew it was going to be a little difficult to try and do it all over again. We're running with a mask, so it was a little bit tough.
Now, you did run with a mask?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay, yeah,
no.
that's crazy.
No,
you could have people, getting a heart attack over that. You can't really do that.
Yeah, you
know?
can't run with a mask on. I
Okay,
mean, as
good.
soon as the race was over, I did most of the time a little bit. I put my mask back on.
I mean, I get out of breath in the grocery store. You can see the thing puffing out and back. It looks like I've got a problem, but I mean, it's like I can barely breathe with the thing on.
For the first time doing it that place, I said 25 minutes, and I said it's 25:02. So I said,
hilarious.
Good. However, I felt kind of bad that it didn't feel like 2 miles. It felt like maybe 3 miles.
Yeah. Oh, in the heat, right? Terrible?
Yeah, that was
Jeez.
the worst. It was in the heat. I mean,
now, if it started raining, you'd love it, right? Most runners would like that.
If it was heavy raining, my cousin actually would have pulled me out. She didn't want me to get hurt.
Yeah,
Because
you could fall, slip, easy.
The runners who had a 5 mile running event at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, good grief.
Oh, geez.
It was
all
foggy.
Those races.
It did drizzle during that morning, and then unfortunately my cousin was running just a tad late, which I can understand. Everybody got worried. They're like, "Are you going to be there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to be there."
But you made it on time and everything. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we made it.
That's great.
I had about like 15 minutes before I had to start running.
Oh, that looks perfect. He's already got the orange. We'll show you at the end, and then we'll have cake at the end, and then we'll have. Coachy will open up this
the rest
bag.
of the bag.
Yeah. So I went to get the cake, right? And the lady's like, "Oh, is it for a boy or a girl?" And I thought, well, I think he's all dude. But these days with the LGBT, I mean, there's everything. I thought, I don't know what he is. So I just said, I think he's all dude. Make it blue. She goes, "We don't have any blue cakes, so it happens to look like fall leaves." I'm like, that's fine.
Take it.
But again, I never thought of it like that. And then I thought to myself, I wonder if all those people always were that way, but we're just afraid. Like, has that been going on for 100 years and people were just afraid?
Absolutely.
Don't you think?
Yup.
People were just going to be afraid of being ridiculed by bullies and meanies.
Right, yup.
So it's like so nice that everybody can do what they want. I love it. I don't care. I think it's great.
Now, my fact about the Tampa Bay Lightning, I discussed part 2.
I asked if they'd win again. No. Okay.
Round 3, they played the New York Islanders.
7 games, right? There
all
were
7
games.
It was I'll tell you, that series was real good. I mean, the way that both teams had a spark and everything was really, really good. I thought the best part for the Islanders, how they won one of their games at home, and this was game number 4, is when Lance Pitlick stopped the puck with his body before it went in the net.
How did he stop it? Like
he dove.
Standing up and dove?
He went down with about maybe...
You mean if they can't use their stick, they'll use their body to stop
they'll use their body first before the stick, and he actually went down.
He could get sliced in the net.
He saved the play. He went down and saved the play from the puck going in the net with about maybe 0.3 of a second left.
Oh my God!
And I was like, after the game, I said that was an outstanding win. If I was a New York Islanders fan, I would have been jumping off the couch.
And then they traded him.
No, they didn't trade him.
No. Does that happen a lot if some superstar play happens and they
get traded?
They get traded.
It's happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now, did all these guys? Tell me how many of these hockey players play for private school? They all do.
There have been quite a few. There are quite a few.
Can any of them not do a fancy school and still be on the ice? How does that happen?
Simple.
Because they play outside?
Yeah. Scout play as a kid. You get to practice.
Play on a pond?
You can practice at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning before you get ready to go to school.
And why Russia? Do they have weather? I mean, I've not been there, and
Russia takes hockey seriously.
Do they have weather like all freezing? You know how everybody thinks it's freezing in Alaska?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's not. Yeah, so they have good weather for the hockey?
They do.
Okay.
And a lot of other countries do anyway.
And what other countries play hockey?
Besides Canada, the United States, you have Czech Republic, Russia, Sweden, Latvia, Germany. Switzerland, Finland, just to name a few.
Okay, oh cool. So those are big guys.
Those are big time players that will come over and
they're big.
Play in the
Norwegian
NHL. Yeah,
dudes?
some of them are big, some are more like the speed, about 5'7", 5'8".
Speedy ones can't be tall?
Not all the time. I mean, Zdeno Chara, remember, he's 6'8",
So he can't be fast.
No, but he can be very physical when it comes to hitting people into the boards.
So is it just being closer to the ice makes him more like a spider?
Yes.
On the ice, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think he's the tallest player. Right now, he is still a free agent, but there is one team that's looking at him right now.
Really?
And that is
Can't believe
the
this.
one team that they were looking was the St. Louis Blues.
Oh, that's the one we did last time. Now, that must
Right.
have been like 3 years ago.
Yes, it's been 3 years. So
Oh my
they're
gosh.
looking at him. That's the only team I've heard that they're looking at him. So
I can't believe it.
So then after the Lightning won Game 7 on a physical game, 1-0.
Yep.
So they go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Now, of course, as you know, it's normally East versus West.
And it's always in Boston, or no?
No,
Oh.
no. So this year, so what they did was instead, this past year, that
Yeah.
they played Montreal. Normally, Montreal plays the Eastern Conference Finals. So, but the rules were strict. The first 2 games, obviously, you got to play in Tampa. In front of 19,000
Jeepers,
fans.
I can't believe it.
So
that's how many?
Yep.
Jeepers.
So they win the first 2 games.
So they got
out there.
they got their fans back.
They got their
Okay,
fans
yeah.
back there, but then when the series went to Montreal, the government said you could not have any more than 3,500 fans at your arena, unfortunately. So
Okay.
everybody, and back then Canada was really strict, so they had to wear a mask in the building.
Okay, great.
So when they won Game 3,
Yeah.
the families were told they were not allowed to travel with the team to
no.
Montreal. That's because they were afraid if they got nailed with COVID, then they would have had to stay up in Canada after the Stanley Cup Finals were over. You couldn't.
And
come
you
home.
can risk your whole team's
Correct.
win, right?
I mean, the Montreal coach Dominic Damachard.
Did he play hockey when he was a kid?
He played in the juniors. He was named as coach of the Montreal Canadiens this past season, and now he's a full-time head coach for now.
Wow, I can't believe it.
So, unfortunately, during the 3rd round against the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the bad news is he got zonked. So he was tested positive. So he had to stay away from the team, and he did not come back until Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
And that made a big impact, or?
No, not
Okay,
really.
not really.
Not
Okay,
really.
that's good.
No, because the same coach would do the same thing if possible. So
And the coach, that coach has been with them for a while?
the head coach now has been there since, I want to say, March.
And if they screw up, they get fired? Or if they don't win?
Play smart or they don't like how the team's going, the general manager, who is Marc Bergevin, decided to fire him. When I looked at that day, I'm like, whoa, wow, okay, you're going to bring in a young coach who has no NHL experience of head coaching. So, but he was happy after the game was over.
Okay.
Yep. So he comes back along. Actually, it was for Game 4. Knowing what was on the line, if Tampa Bay won, they won the Stanley Cup. But like I said, Tampa Bay wasn't going to be able to celebrate very much. So I was kind of hoping Montreal was going to win that game so they could celebrate the Cup victory in Tampa.
Oh, they go wild, right?
So Montreal wins
hockey
Game 4
players.
wins it in overtime. And the first thing I said, oh, good, I got another hockey game to watch. I'll take
And
that.
that's what you like? You don't like when it ends
I
quick?
don't like it to end in 4 games, no.
No.
So then.
Has it ever?
Yes, it has.
A lot?
Not recently.
Okay.
Not lately.
Okay, but it's happened?
It's
Yeah?
happened.
Jeez.
So
You
then
like it to go neck and neck
I'd like
till the
it
end?
to go 7 if possible.
Yeah, you do? Oh, gosh.
So Game 5 comes along. Barclay Goodrow scores the only goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning, who, by the way, signed with the New York Rangers after he was traded there.
Now, was he an American dude?
Barclay? No, Canada.
He's Canadian? Okay, Barclay, yeah. Okay.
So, so he scores the only goal of the game on a deflection, and then
Sesame
Tampa
Street.
just wanted to play defense the rest of the way. They really didn't want to. If they scored another goal, it would have been great for an insurance purpose, but they didn't go that route. So instead, Montreal couldn't score. Vasilevsky gets a shutout. Fans go nuts.
They went wild, right?
The people outside were, even though it was raining hard, they were still celebrating.
They really were?
They could care less how wet and, how wet they were.
And where was that game again?
Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay, in Tampa, Florida. I've been to that arena 5 times. So.
And does it always go wherever one of the teams is? Like, you know how sometimes it could be the Boston Bruins and I don't even know the teams. New York Rangers, but it could be in another arena. Does that happen?
It can happen, yup.
Perfect.
Like I said, sometimes it's better to win the Stanley Cup on your home rink instead of waiting for it to come home. Now, this year, normally fans would have been allowed to be on the ice to see Tampa celebrate. But because I guess with the COVID this past year, they decided to keep their families, let them be in the locker
Okay.
room or outside
Yep.
when all the fans are gone.
And now it's back to normal or not so much?
Right now it's back to normal, but
is?
they want to be careful
You
with
mean
the
like
rules.
a full house? That
Yeah,
you do?
full
You can?
house. The people in Canada have already said that if you're vaccinated, you go. If you're not vaccinated, you have to be tested. And
Yeah.
remember, Canada, yes, they have been doing better than the last time
Wow.
we talked, but they are still very strict. It's like the
Can't
Canadian
believe it.
Football League when the Winnipeg Blue Bombers won their Canadian Cup.
Yeah.
Before then, all of a sudden, yep, here we go. The whole place was packed. It was full.
Packed? Seriously?
Yup.
Oh my God.
Everybody must have had their vaccine shot. So,
Oh, yeah,
So
okay.
no masks were worn. So they were very happy with
Okay,
the
that's
result,
good.
and I'm very happy to see them win on their opening game of the season, which the Canadian Football League is now into week number 4. So, but I hope when hockey begins,
Make it maroon.
they're still
Black with
debating
red.
about the Olympics. Hopefully, we'll find out more in September. I mean, the season's just only 48 days away.
God,
So
I can't even believe it. Now, this is a long season hockey, or is it one
it's
of the
supposed
shortest?
to be. It's going to. This past year was 56 games. We are going.
Is that
back,
a lot?
Not as much, but still.
And how long does that
two-thirds.
season last?
Normally, it's 82 games. So we normally go
Like 3
from-
months of playing?
Oh, more than that.
More
It's
than
normally
that?
October to
Jeepers.
April.
It is?
And then you start in the playoffs, and that goes all the way to June.
So it's a constant. They're constantly practicing, constantly.
Yes. Yup. Training camp starts.
And where do
very
they
soon.
train? Do they go up to Russia or something
Nope,
like that?
they train in their own arenas.
They do?
Or sometimes in another arena.
Oh my gosh. There
Now,
you can see mine.
now the
Mistakes.
downside, unfortunately,
see what it looks
because this just came out this week, the Arizona Coyotes will be.
Arizona Coyotes?
they're
I've
mov-
never even heard
yeah,
of that.
they're
You're
mov- they
kidding.
have to move out of Glendale because the owner of that arena has decided, you know what, we want to move on. We want to have bigger and better things like bigger events and stuff. And I said, no, you can't.
God.
You can't do that. That's wrong.
He's got a ton done on his too, just to show you. We might not finish on time. We don't care. We're talking hockey. I'm going to take the cake out in a second. Let me get it out of the fridge.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then, yeah, we're celebrating. So it's so funny because they're like, boy or girl. I'm like, oh, God, please. It's like you don't even know.
Yup.
So I've got this. And I said to her, can you draw a hockey stick and a puck? She goes, no, I can't draw anything. I'm like, what? You can decorate she did the whole cake. It says, happy birthday, Coachy. So I drew the
Yay.
stick, and I drew the Islanders on the side, but the whole thing fell.
Oh, that's okay.
So-
it looks like the stick decided to
We'll have
have some other thoughts.
Yeah, and we'll have a piece of the cake. Sorry. So fun to move around. We'll have a piece of the cake after because
show.
then we got to open up these presents here while we're
Right,
here.
yup.
So we got some swag for Coachy, and he is
you.
going to be keeping his paint. You know, so these, I don't even know how much they were. Maybe 10, who cares? $10, something like that. You've got all the colors. He's like, I need orange, for his, red and yellow. So if you want to mix, great. If you have more money, go buy the whole thing with all the color yellows, all the reds, all the oranges. Then you don't even have to worry. And who cares if you can't mix? But if you want to have fun mixing, you can mix with these 5, 6 colors. But if you don't feel like it, plus there's different hues and stuff. So he's got some watercolors. I love it.
Some more painting. Beautiful.
He's got some watercolors, just threw those in there. And then, it's so fun. We love it. So any plans to go any hockey games?
Well,
Do you get it? Trading cards?
acrylic.
I
It's
saw
coming.
artist trading cards. I've
cards.
never heard of those. I just grabbed them on the go.
We don't know yet. I mean, like I said, I've been to Amalie Arena 5 different times to see the Tampa Bay Lightning play when I go to Disney World with my aunt Judy.
Do you go every year? You try?
No, I don't go every year. No. I didn't go last year, obviously, because of what was going on and
Yeah.
stuff. So I refused to go, and I'm debating whether I'm going to go or not. I just haven't made up my mind. I have to plan it all for the high school
so fun.
basketball schedule, so that's
to
where
write
it
out
comes
now.
into play. So.
Okay. And where do you guys stay? Outside of Orlando or right at the
No,
park?
right in Disney property.
Which one do you like?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me which
Have you
one.
ever done the boat something? So this is just a bag. I think you throw your gym stuff in there.
Yeah, you can do that. You can even throw your.
I got 'em Bruins,
You
but
can
we
even, you
didn't-
can even throw a tablet or a laptop in here. If
You
really
can?
want to.
No, do they have a chance or no?
The Bruins?
No.
Oh, well, it all depends.
What
Well,
about
it all
that
depends on
Patrick?
goaltending.
What about Bergeron?
Bergeron is good. They're trying to make an extension on his contract for him, actually.
And is he old?
No, he's not.
He's
I mean,
not?
I think the next contract he signs probably will be a Bruin for life.
And how old is the oldest hockey player that retired and was pretty good? Like a Tom Brady sort of thing? Anything like that?
Right now?
And we'll just leave these like
no,
this.
No, Zdeno Chara is actually still the oldest player right now playing in the NHL.
And he's Bruins?
No, right now he's a free agent, but he played for the Washington Capitals.
Free
this past
agent means
season.
he can just play?
He can sign with anybody.
What happens if he's not signed? Does he play?
Well, that all depends. That's up to him.
Oh my gosh, we can't even believe it. We love it. Rich is telling us 5 minutes. We love Rich. Yeah, he does a great job on the camera. You have to remember, Joe used to do cameras here. He still does.
Yeah, he still does on an occasion. Of course, he must not have been here tonight. So.
And they had the Sportsman show, and the dang power went out, right? Oh my God.
My power. No, well, cable and internet went out. The power was still there, but when it got stuck at 5:41 p.m., I think the show we were going to do in about in that 20-minute span, then all of a sudden
you're good with time. 5:41.
Stuck.
Ding.
And then Joe sends me a message like, "You ready to do the show?" I'm like, "Yeah, we have no internet, no
And it was
cable."
a line that came down.
They were working on a power box.
Okay,
up
so
the
they just
street.
happened to shut down yours.
You know,
what a pain. Right before the show.
Yeah, and then I told Joe, I said, "Joe, do you want me to climb up on the telephone pole?" And he goes, "No, you're not Tim from Tool Time."
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah,
and he also, you have the bears that come through. He's got bears come right through the yard. You've got two. See, Charlie and...
there could be a couple other different ones. They're...
I forgot what our guy's name was, but we named our guy too.
We have Charlie, we have CJ, we have
CJ, that's right.
Jake. We've had a mama bear come through this year. We had three
You had
bears
cubs
in one
once.
shot.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, we had, but lately, actually, we had a bear. I think it was our same bear that made it on TV the other day.
Oh, it did? You're kidding.
Yeah, that was the one who decided let's take the Amazon box to the next house.
Oh, that's so. Jesus,
that made the news where we couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, geez, and I said that's Jake. That's bear 39, and I said that.
Oh, that's the one that comes to my yard. No, maybe I have 31. I mean, they have a big. I don't know if they like those
There
things.
are different number tags, so what I have to do is when I see them, I have to read to see what number
so that
it
you
is.
Can name them properly. Yeah.
Well, to see if this bear's ever been here before. We had a bear number 215 this year. I looked at it and says, okay, this bear's never been here before. This is a first, and it was a red tag.
Wow. Yeah, you can tell by the things. Sometimes they'll have two. I don't know why they'll have two clips on the ear.
That's why my aunts will ask me, do you have the number on the tag? And I look at it, and I said, yeah, that's a different number bear.
So it's a different bear. Yeah, see, if you check
sometimes I have to check I have to check on my aunt's camera to see if I can get a close-up view of the bear.
I love them. They're usually pretty close. Yeah, ours hasn't come in a while, but yeah, so
it's only August.
We probably have like 2 minutes.
The fall season to go.
The fall season's coming. Coachy will probably do another show on Sportsman Show, and we'll do hockey again. I mean, we're always going to have him back. So we're going to have some cake, and we've got 2 minutes.
See, right on the warning track.
That's perfect timing, Rich. It's like crazy. I was like, we are going to run out, but we'll just keep going. Do you guys do that on Sportsman, or do you have a timer?
No, we have an hour, and I always ask Joe how much time he has. Of course, the Zoom woman asks, "Oh, ready to begin recording?" I'm like, "Oh, good. Just what I want to hear is the woman say, a woman robot person say that." So,
that's what they. Oh God,
yeah,
isn't that funny?
Before it starts, and it's really good. But we've done very well with the show. We've done 52. We're going on
52 shows.
We're going on 53 on Thursday.
And
we're going to do one.
Huge Yankees, right? He is.
Yes, we're going to be. I'm going to let him talk about the Yankees first because they have won. They are
doing good.
They have won 11 games in a row going into tonight in Atlanta.
And Red Sox third.
Right now, we actually own the second wild card spot right now by 2.5 games. 3.5 over Oakland.
They're doing
right
okay
now.
again. They're doing okay.
But
they were doing awful.
Last night, I was not. Even though they won 11-9, I was not happy with that. It went from 9-3 to 11-9. I said, this can't be happening, guys. Pitching has got to be better, especially Matt Barnes. So
really, wow, I can't even believe it. Well, my kid wants to go this Thursday. We've got 1 minute left.
Under the minute.
My kid wants to go Thursday. It's Red Sox. I don't know who they're playing, but they want to see what's the guy that throws? Cora on the mound. I'm
Alex
way off.
Cora.
Who's on the mound? Oh my God! He just had a Tommy John came back or something like that.
Chris Sale.
Sale. See,
yeah,
I thought Cora's the manager.
I think he's playing tomorrow afternoon. I think. I want to say it's
okay. It's tomorrow. I think it might be night. Yeah, but I can't.
Double check on that one because it might be getaway day.
Yeah, they want to go.
I think it's getaway day for the Twins or Boston.
No, I said, here's the credit card. Whatever. You're a senior in high school. Go have fun with your friends.
Yeah, you better enjoy it before they go back to school Monday in Farmington. So.
Well, and before. I mean, we could all go home again, don't you think? I mean, who knows? They always had you at Ocean State. When you go to Ocean State, you'll see Coachy. He does everything there. Actually, your job title's crazy.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's a lot. I know.
I mean, even when they send you out, they even send you to another.
store.
They even send you to another city too. That did happen very recently. So.
She goes to Canton sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, I'm so close to Bristol that I like that one. But which one's bigger? Bristol.
Bristol's bigger.
Bristol's bigger.
Canton's a little bit smaller because they used to have something on the second floor, but of course, we won't get into why the whole place is a storage
But
unit
that
now.
store, is it hard to be an employee and leave with nothing? Like every day, do you buy something, or do you know people that you work with that do?
I'll buy things on an occasion if I need to. I mean, right now.
But I mean, if you
don't have
need
the urge.
chips or food, you just go in the aisle and get it.
Yup, pretty much.
Yeah, and then
So-
your aunt's shop there too. They have great spaghetti sauce.
Yep.
They have great stuff. So we will see you on the next Crack of Dawn. Please tune into the Sportsman Show as well. We are on Channel 5. And, when you start surfing, you know what I do? Everybody's like, nobody's going to go down that low. I'm like, yes, they do, because 3 starts the thing.
Yep.
So I always start at 3, and then I just surf up. And
Yep.
when I get up in the 30s, I'm in
and
my...
we are on Fridays at 7 o'clock if you want to review one of our
Fridays
shows.
at 7 o'clock. Okay, that's good. I have no idea when mine's on. Isn't that awful? But that's just
I know,
me.
but that's the day I know when it is. I don't know when it's on.
Well,
any
and
other
we
day,
have different
so.
minds. You probably are left brain. I'm probably right brain. It's got to be because, with the timing and the clocks, I could never
Yep.
do that either. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for
Bye,
tuning
folks.
in to the
See
Crack
you
of
soon.
Dawn. Okay, we'll see you soon.